Hello and welcome to my channel, The Urban Woman Tarot and Oracle. For this reading, I'm going to use the Greer Tarot to do a general collective spread for the sign of Libra. And then I will be pulling one card messages, which I've already pre-shuffled, from the Soul Journeys lesson cards. One from Flower Therapy, one from Indigo Angels, and one from Angel Answers. So I thank you, Libra, for coming back to this video. Your video for May's reading had the most views, so I'm doing yours first. So I appreciate you all coming over to my channel, checking out your video. Hopefully this video resonates and it will help you in some way. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, feel free to find me on Facebook, The Urban Woman, as I have oracle readings over there. Alright, so let's get started. Please keep in mind, too, that Mercury is in retrograde for the first week of June. So I am checking out my over here. Let's see. Yeah, so I think so this reading is going to be for the month of June. So the first week in June is when Mercury goes hold on a second. It stops retrograde and starts its process to go direct. I think that they may call this station, but I'm not sure. So it will stop its retrograde season or time, however you want to refer that, about the 3rd of June. Now, they also say, and I believe this because I believe what I feel, and I always feel this, what they call a shadow period. So that, I believe they are saying last until the 11th or 12th of June. So the first half of the month may feel a little wonky, and that's alright. It's just because of, Mercury doing its thing. And, you still don't want to make any serious plans and or commitments. There's still, travel delays that are happening, communication problems that are still going on, that sort of thing. But everything that you worked on in the month of May, hopefully you received some type of clarity or introspection into your life, or what may been problems for you. If you took the advice from most tarot readers in the month, or in this month of this Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde doesn't always fall in the month of May. Some years it happens 4 times a year, and sometimes it happens 3 times a year. This year we're having it 4 times this year. So anyways, lucky us, huh? So hopefully the month of May into the first 2 weeks of June hopefully have been eye-opening. Hopefully they've brought you clarity about whatever answers you've been seeking, whether that was about people, places, and or things. Once this period is over with in June, usually Mercury retrograde, as soon as it's over with, it like catapults you into everything you decided that you wanted to do during the Mercury retrograde. So whatever your wants and desires were in the month of May, you should find a momentum, an energy of doors opening and shifts, movement, integration. You should see all that moving about the middle of June. So if you still haven't yet gotten clear on those things, don't stress, because there's still time. There's still, You know, I'm making this video in May still, so there's still, you know, a good week and a half in this retrograde period to figure those things out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see what the month of June holds for you. Alright, so right out the gate, we start off with the Queen of Rods. So you're an air sign, so this is either going to be, you're the Libra, the air sign. This is either going to be you that I'm referring to, or a female that you know. And hopefully this is the energy that you're going to be feeling. Because the Queen of Wands here is a very fiery, passionate, energetic, and bubbly person. Self-assured, attractive. Like, if this is you that I'm speaking of here, you are really going to be feeling good in the month of June. I would say that you are, you may be feeling a little bit out of your element just because it's different. It's also summer, so you could be trying to get hot body ready for the summer to get here, because I mean June is the first, I think June 22nd is the first month of summer. So if you've been trying to get your mom bod or just getting hot body ready for summer, then I would say June, you're really going to be seeing it. Your hair will be looking good, your clothes looking good. There is a lot of yellow here, so I would try to surround yourself by yellow. I feel like yellow is really standing out and going to give you an energetic push. So, with that being said, there was at some point in time a decision that you needed to make. I would say it has to do with something in the past, because you are down here looking at the past. Now, if you are a guy watching this, then this is centered around a female. Maybe you have your eyes on a female. There's something with this female, though, from the past. I would say here that the female watching this, you were focused. You need to make a decision around which way you're going to go. And hopefully this decision isn't like eating at you or anything like that. I don't think that it is. And it could just be that the time we're in, because like I've been saying last month and this month, that, you know, this Mercury retrograde, not yet the time to go forward or take action steps. The thing with like this Page of Pentacles and the base of this reading here is you have goals. You know what these goals are. You're able to manifest them, but it could be that there's not any movement forward just yet. And it could be because you are planning your next steps, which is great. Okay? You should be in the planning stages, not in the action stages just yet. Okay, like this decision you need to make. See, this card here, though it's in reverse, he's looking to the future over here. We also have the Knight of Wands over here that he's behind. So you could be needing to make some choices about which direction you're going to go in the future. Like, how do they say, like future thinking or future planning, moving forward, that sort of thing. There was some type of breakup in the past or falling out. Something didn't come together, and I would say that it left you feeling out in the cold. It left you feeling alone. So if you very well, because this Three of Cups energy is about neglected social life, canceled celebrations, cheating, gossip. So you could have walked away from a third party situation, or you could have really been open to seeing that you have friends that are all they do is complain. They're toxic. They're just negative all the time, and that kind of is like not your, it's not your forte right now. Like, you don't want to be around that type of energy. So you could have started to push people away, try to cut yourself off from them, not hang out with them as much. Maybe you took a break from social media. You just kind of laid low. If something kind of beat you up a little bit, whether this is yourself or someone else, I would say that, and keep in mind too that this is the month of June. So you still could be in this energy of not really wanting to get out there, not really wanting to socialize, not really wanting to do anything. And, you're thinking which direction you want to go. And since you don't want to do this anymore, well, then what can you replace that with, or how can you move forward after that? There is a lot of looking. There's only this sector right here, these two cards of looking to the past, and you've got 2 looking to the forward, so 2 and 2. So I feel like you are coming into the month, first of the month. There's definitely a step back, stepping away, maybe going into hermit mode, not really going out, not feeling like getting together with people. In the middle of the month, you are to yourself. You're alone. Now, here's the deal. If you're a female watching this, you may feel alone by yourself because you have stepped aside and stepped away from the people in your life that are, bringing you down, or not really creating a good space for you to be in. So you could be the one that's over here by yourself, and a male, whether this be a relative or a friend, or even a spouse, could come along to you and look to you for comfort. It's like you're over here by yourself, seeking solace for yourself. The woman in this card she looks though she's fine, like she's healthy, she's doing okay. She looks like she is comfortable living like a mediocre life. And maybe since I'm saying that, maybe you have girlfriends over here that have been like, let's party, let's go do this, let's do that. And you're just like, I'm not about that life anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to like chill out and relax. So that could be the situation. Maybe your friends were like, well, screw you then. Go be by yourself and chill out and relax. We'll leave you to it. You could have a situation like that. You're over here on your own, doing your own thing, relaxing, being comfortable with where you are, and then like a male, maybe from the past, comes along who got beat up, because he's definitely wounded. He's got blood, he's got rags and blood around his hands and one on his head. So, and he's also got a stick. Like, look at all, there's several sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks in this reading. And I will say that the 5 of Wands flipped out when I was shuffling for your cards. So that means that there's been some competition around you. Now, this competition, though, has been like healthy competition. So this healthy competition, because there's 5 here, could be you, a male person, and 3 women. Or this could be you and 3 men. These women, these men, they could very easily be siblings, like sisters and brothers of yours. One of these could be your spouse, and maybe like their parents and their brothers and sisters. Or this could be like your social circle, maybe even at work, your work friends. That could be the situation. So take whichever one of those it is and apply it, how it fits. So there is a decision that you're going to be making about how to move forward. I would definitely take a look at the past to see what goals and desires that you have of the past still, and how can you move forward with those into the future. Because, you know, even if you had like a set plan or a set goal, things happen and things change. You could have had the help and accompaniment of these chicks up here, but now you don't. So now it's like, okay, well, if I still want to do that, how can I do this solo on my own and move forward with it? How can I bring this thing into fruition by doing it by myself? Do I need to reach out and find new people to help me achieve this goal? Or do I just need to do it just myself and leave other people out of it? So there is a loyalty here with this Page of Pentacles to something of monetary that's of the past. Now, the Page of Pentacles is also like, you know, it's in its infant stages. So it's not necessarily completely manifested just yet, but it's well on its way. So you need to come up with a plan, and maybe that plan is what's challenging you at the moment. You may not be able to see which way to go. You also may have other people that are blocking your vision about which way to go or how you can go. I will say that by the end of the month, there will be messages, like good messages, and movement going forward at the end of June. Now keep in mind, nights are all about, you know, messages and also movement. So if you're the female in this and you are wanting to know when is a good time to like take action, a good time to move forward, it's going to be the end of June. And if this doesn't involve you, then this could be that the male that's involved in the situation is going to be taking action toward the end of June. So there's definitely a person here who is really, I mean, you are in your element. You're very passionate and fiery. You're looking good. You're ready to go after something. But you may feel that you only have a few options. Because, you know, you got your goals down here. You may feel like you're restless. You're fearing the unknown, like this Five of Pentacles right here. Things have changed suddenly, and you're not exactly sure which way to go. And I'm just going to be the first one to tell you that if you feel that way, then that means that you need to stay still and do nothing. Keep going on with the inner reflection and the thinking and the planning stages of these goals, what you need to let fall short and get rid of. But still, instead of, if you feel restless, how can you turn that restless energy, how can you use something else to help work and move the restlessness through you? Can you get on a bicycle and go for a bike ride? Can you go on a hike? Can you go to the gym? Can you work it off? Work it out? Because you have options here. Although you may not be able to see them just yet, but there is discovery at hand. Twos are about partnerships, also about decisions. So you've got options if you cannot see them. You especially have two options. But I feel like something will be coming along toward the end of the month that is going to give you the confidence and the passion and the freedom to go after whatever that choice you make, which I feel like that choice would probably be around the middle of the month. So I would definitely still take the first of the month to really kind of plan and take stock of things before you actually decide to take action. All right. Let me go here. All right, so your advice. And in the advice section, we have the World. So this is coming full circle. Whatever that you have been dealing with in the month of May, it's going to be coming full circle. It's also going to be bringing you closure. If you thought something, if something ended, but it ended on a bad note, it could very well show itself up again, like with this Five of Pentacles up here. It could, or they could show their head or their face again for you to decide, finally decide, if you want to move forward with it, if you want to forgive them, if you want to restart. There is, if you are wanting closure, then there is definitely a way to find it. It will be there for you, because this card here can definitely mean tying up loose ends. This is all about fulfillment, all about harmony, integration, which I think I said that at the beginning of your reading, completion, travel, unity. So things are going to be coming together for you. You are just going to need to open your eyes to see them and follow through with them. I feel like you yourself need to focus upon the things that fulfill you, the things that bring you harmony. Like, that's your advice. Focus on the things that bring you fulfillment, that bring you harmony, and that bring unity in your life. Because those things will bring you the completion and help you feel like you have the world at your disposal to help you with these things. Now, in your environment, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So that's all about like something that you have that once gave you fulfillment no longer fulfills you. That could be the things in your environment that had to do with this reverse Three of Cups energy over here that I was speaking about before. Yes, because this is external influences. So things that are around outside of you in your environment, your life, they're no longer bringing you the satisfaction that you once had for them. And you know, I mean, and that's okay. That happens to a lot of us. And trust me, that's what Mercury retrograde does. Mercury retrograde will bring about shattered dreams, can sometimes even be nightmares, pain, sadness, and failure. It's like the things that you wanted didn't come together, or the things that you once were attracted to, that once looked good to you, they're no longer appealing, like they've lost their taste. So I would not let that stress you out, because where one door closes, another one opens. So remember that there is some changes upon you. I feel like as long as you strive to look for the clarity and the answers, they will be there to like show themselves to you. And also too, there is hopes and fears around anxiety and stress. But I would say that this is something that is, I wouldn't let it bother you too much, because this card, which is also a 9, okay, there's 2 9s here now. Remember, we had 5 earlier, and also 2. So 2 is about faith. 5 is about change. There's also a 10 here. 10 is about completion, which we have the World. And then 9 is, you have reached the, like the turning point. Like things are now lining up for you. So sometimes you have to, when you start seeing 9s, you have to acknowledge that you've come this far, and then you've got to like stop and rest for a minute and allow the energies to build up and complete out on themselves. Like you've done all the work, now you just need to sit back and chill and watch the show. So there should, if you are feeling stress and anxiety, especially if you feel like things have kept your hands tied and or bound, know that that energy is going to start to weaken. And that is also a Mercury retrograde thing. Now, at the end of the month, there is some despair. This doesn't necessarily have to be on your end. This is a broken family, divorce, separation, conflict, disharmony. You could be finally putting your foot down with someone who wreaks havoc in your life. It's almost like, I'm not going to say like they don't care, but there's something here that seems like it takes precedent over you and your relationship, if that's the case for you. Now, that's not going to be for everyone. So it could be that you've got an option whether to stay with this person or to go solo. And if you decide to go solo, then know that there is going to be a completion and an end to some type of family situation here, like a dynamic of you and someone else. If you decide to stay with this person, just know that if there was disharmony, it might stay. And if you decide to stay with this person, you know, it could be of despair, like that it's just going to lead you around to repeating the same cycle again, because you're not wrapping it up with this World card. Ultimately, the decision is ultimately going to be left up to you and you alone. You yourself have to make that decision, whether you stay or whether you go. Now, the messages at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups, we've got the Knight of Swords in reverse, Six of Swords in reverse, Ace of Rods in reverse. So to me, there is someone, either you've got options before you, okay? There's options all around. The universe is giving you options with this Seven of Cups. What do you want? Pick one. But you got to keep in mind that whichever one you pick does have responsibility and does have consequence, okay? So there's something that maybe you ran from or you left. You've been debating on whether to go back to it. You may be tired. You may feel like this situation has somewhat drained you and left you lethargic. So you need to ask yourself, at what cost? And, you know, at what cost is this going to be beneficial to you? Your advice from the Soul's Journey deck is gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So I would say that life is definitely trying to present you with something. But you also, too, when you're in an energy of gloom, you can also turn that attitude around by focusing on gratitude and also by focusing on service. You need to use your imagination. Abundance is at hand if you will look for it. These challenges that are coming up is what we could call adversity. So I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. So if you see challenges, they could be presenting themselves to teach you something or to open your eyes to see something. And especially how that there almost looks like an eye. Watch out for envy. I am the same as everyone, but with different challenges. Don't be envious of others just because they may be doing things and you feel like you aren't capable of doing them or you don't want to do them. Your flower therapy card is hydrangea. Breaking down this problem into tiny pieces makes it easy to take the first step. We have time to decide, sign from heaven, new beginnings, and shield yourself. So you need to shield yourself from whatever negative situation you're in. You need to invoke some protection. You've got new beginnings. Take this as an opportunity to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. Your loved ones in spirit are waving hello and giving you reassurance that you'll be all right. Make a decision now so you can move forward. All right, your indigo message. Self-reflection. So this is that time that you need to take to self-reflect. You should be seeing a lot of self-reflection in the month of May, halfway to June. You've got self-care, compassion, and nature, and expression. So you need to figure out a way to express yourself, whether it's through dance, whether it's through singing, whether it's through art, whether it's just getting in the mirror, taking a good look at yourself and have a conversation with yourself. Get out in nature. Allow nature to heal you and to transform you. Show others compassion and also yourself compassion, and focus upon self-care. Like, that's key at this moment. Self-care. All right, your angel answers. It's up to you. All right, so you have at the bottom of the deck, recovery. Choose a new direction, helpful people, and no. So if something got you down in the month of May, just know you will recover from it. You need to choose a new direction. There will be plenty of people around you to help you, and if you don't know who they are, that's fine, because the universe will put them on your path. And whatever you were asking, the question to it is no. If you were asking, should I stay? The answer is no. If you were asking, should I go? Maybe the answer is no. That is going to be completely up to you, my friend. So I thank you for tuning in and joining this reading. I hope it was very helpful and useful. Please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share. If you feel like this reading has helped you and it was more of a personal reading, you'd like to donate, my Cash App and PayPal information is in the description box. Thank you. Take care. Namaste.